Thank you so much, Steph. This is a big day in Toronto's battle against COVID-19. 3 city-operated mass vaccination sites are set to open, and we are live right now outside one of them. This is outside Scarborough Town Centre. It'll be opening its doors for vaccinations at 11 this morning and then running until 8 o'clock tonight. The 2 others located at the Toronto Convention Centre and Toronto Congress Centre in Etobicoke. For now, the sites are only for those aged 80 and older and who have confirmed appointments. Ahead of this opening day, the mayor giving the clinic at the Congress Centre the once-over. Have a look.
The people who will be actually giving the vaccines here are people that we have been fortunate enough to recruit to this cause, and of course we hope they'll be busy for weeks and weeks to come, vaccinating literally thousands of people. We have, with our hospital partners and others in the community, vaccinated already. Some 282,000 doses have been administered to people.
The clinics can handle 450 appointments per day. All 3 are fully booked for today. It's expected that 3 more megasites will come online by the start of April. The city says it is eventually aiming to vaccinate 250,000 residents per week. Meanwhile, we're watching this. Ontario's top scientists, they say it is official. We are now in a 3rd wave of the COVID-19 pandemic.
We've been in this 3rd wave for a few weeks, no question. The epi curve we all pay attention to when it gets very steep and cases rise precipitously. But there's a long, slow incline before that happens, and that's where we are.
The Science Table COVID-19 Advisory Table for Ontario tweeting this graph out yesterday. It's citing the rapid spread of variants of concern as the driving force of new infections. Experts also say schools in particular must be closely watched when it comes to transmission. The province's top doctor, David Williams, is saying Monday that he's not ready to officially declare a 3rd wave, but Premier Ford following his lead.
I always respect what the Science Table says. I take, my information through Dr. Williams, Chief Medical Officer, and we'll be sitting down talking to him.
Medical experts say the combination of the increasing pace of the vaccine rollout and warmer weather could help keep a 3rd wave short. Okay, we have a lot to discuss this morning. Coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, infectious disease expert Dr. Isaac Bogosh, who also happens to sit on the vaccine task force for the province. He will be joining us talking about this 3rd wave and if it could affect the province's vaccination efforts. And can you believe 1 year ago today, Ontario's economy came to a screeching halt. It was on this day that lockdown measures went into effect, forcing millions of people to work from home. However, for jobs deemed essential, the work never stopped. While frontline healthcare workers, they have been our heroes, as they should be. There are so many other unsung heroes who have been on the front lines through the pandemic, like truckers and grocery store employees who took on the task of keeping supplies available.
It's like we've had to work every day through this whole pandemic, and it's very hard. Like it's very, very hard. Barely being able to take vacations, the fact that we don't have paid sick days, like it's just, the list goes on for us.
I do a lot of cross-border, so that was very, iffy. Am I still going to be doing the same thing or not? That was my concern.
Grocery workers and truckers are part of phase 2 of Ontario's vaccine rollout plan, which is expected to start next month. And as we say goodbye to winter and hello to spring this weekend, the city is working to ramp up outdoor activities during this pandemic. A city report recommending active TO continue this year. The program was introduced last year to create more space outdoors during the pandemic, including closing down major stretches of roadways on the weekends. If it's approved, there will be one major change this year. There will be no closures along Lakeshore Boulevard West near Windermere because of major construction projects. Let's talk sports now. Toronto Raptors guard Fred VanVleet confirming he tested positive for COVID-19, saying, "I wouldn't wish it on anybody." VanVleet was back at practice yesterday for the first time in 2 weeks. It's been 21 days since the virus forced 6 coaches, 5 players to go into extended quarantine periods. Pascal Siakam and several other Raps also cleared to practice after being sidelined for more than a week. However, it is possible that neither Siakam or VanVleet will be playing in tonight's game. The Raps taking on the Pistons and tip off 7 o'clock tonight. All right, so here's what we're going to be following today for you. Coming up shortly, we're going to be checking in with Chef Randy with some delicious treats for St. Patrick's Day. And we've heard Dr. Isaac Bogosh will be talking to us as well. We're going to break things down when it comes to the 3rd wave. And then coming up next, Stats Canada getting ready to release an updated inflation report this morning, plus the price of gas expected to be the biggest price mover for the month of February. Mike Epple, he is up next.